I have a new Speargun. It's a Freedivers Bulldog 90. Thanks to James Ross at Freedivers and Barkley at the Spearfishing store for hooking me up with this. These crabs were too small to take, but sometimes I get lucky and there's a few decent crabs stuffed in these cracks. I guess the main thing is to make sure you grab the crabs from the side. If you try and grab it over the top, it can brace and then pin your hand against the rock. My dive buddy had spotted a ghost trap. Now, we initially thought about swimming it up the beach, but it's a bit too heavy to be honest, so we instead opened it up and then just cut it up so that nothing could get stuck inside of it. We also spent some time clearing up fishing line. I actually put the wrong battery in the GoPro on this day and it wasn't a fully charged battery, so the battery ran out fairly soon after this, so I don't have most of the footage of the day. But Carl went home with 3 cuttlefish and 3 plaice, and I went home with 3 Dover sole and 3 flounders.
Not much ink on that though. Not too much ink.
No.
Yeah, good size.
I thought I'd show you where I try to place the shots. All the way back here you can land the fish pretty easy, pretty hard to miss these fish. This is all just gills, so you want to be aiming slightly higher, somewhere around up there. I was about a centimetre off stoning it and it just tore out. Up there, that's the place that you want to shoot it if you want to stone it. These Cressy Spearguns have got a really nice muzzle. They've got magnets built in and there's grooves for the line to sit into, so nothing slips off at any point. Very easy to get the line around the line release and then tuck it out the way. So it's a very quick speargun to load. This fish is a good example of why I always dispatch my fish while they're still on the spear. If I'd taken the spear out, the fish could have broken my grip and I would have lost it. So always kill your fish while they're still on the spear to avoid losing it. Here I could just see two eyes sticking out the sand, and I gave the fish a nudge to get an idea of the size, and it was big enough. And the spear actually fell out of this fish, and Dover sold quite a strong wiry type of fish, so I was I was very careful to make sure I didn't drop it now and dispatch it as quickly as I could do. I was quite surprised about how thick a lot of the flounder were. There was loads of meat on those fish. after I shot this fish here, I spotted another fish sitting on the sand. So I did a quick reload, went back down again and shot it. A lot of this type of diving was very short, very shallow, and just do as many dives as you can in a good area. I saw loads of fish that I didn't take. That is a thornback ray, and here was a Dover sole. So its head is just tucked under the weed and the tail is just in front of my hand. I tried to pick it up but it swam off. I saw loads and loads of flounders, quite a few were sitting in pairs, so I thought I'd just try and mess around. Some were sitting like tail to tail, and then others were a little bit more spaced apart. There was a really good density of fish in this area, which was quite nice to see.
So we started roughly around about there.
Okay.
And so kind of like we drifted along here for a bit and then we started coming off over this way.
Oh, so we're not drifting fast at all, that's quite good.
We did some drifts on the shambles. It's a big sandbank and we were looking for turbot, brill and plaice, but we couldn't find any. And the footage is not great. The light was pretty low down there. So yeah, not much to show really. We had been working our way along the wreck and my float line got caught on some of the wreck, which is why I don't really use float lines, especially on wrecks and like hole hunting stuff, and I use reel guns instead. There were some pollock, but they weren't really big enough to bother taking, so we were looking for bass and maybe triggerfish to see if there's any held up in the wreck. We didn't go in the wreck. Obviously we have float lines, so that's not really possible, but you can stick your head in and have a look about. I jumped in first at the bill and I saw a few bass that I wasn't quite able to get a shot at, but I did bag a small bass. I then spent most of the time in the boat trying to help get my buddy a bass.
Got a small one. Woohoo! Happy with that. Wasn't a big one, but compared to some of the monsters I've just, the big ones, this is the tiddler. But the wrasse, like I'll show you the footage at some point, but there's just massive wrasse, like 30 big wrasse. That is incredible. Stone shot as well, right between the eyes. Oh, Yeah, no, I was happy with that. Nice little, what, 3 pound bass or something?
I'm going to turn it around so you can see it. So I can turn it onto me so it's...
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, can you send me that picture for sending?
Yeah,
thank you.
I've got you doing a duck dive as well, so...